Welcome to twocircles.net. We are here in Bangalore speaking to Mohd Saqib Sahib. He is National Working Committee member of SDPI, and Anees Ahmed Sahib he was in the manifesto committee of SDPI. We are going to discuss them regarding the elections in Karnataka. So first, Saqib Sahib, how is your plan to fight elections here in Karnataka, and how many seats you are contesting here?
This assembly elections, SDPI is focusing to contest on more than 30 assembly constituencies. So we are working on releasing the candidates' name in different constituencies. We have almost released the candidate names of almost 17 constituencies by this time, and we are working on finalizing the candidates' name for the other constituencies, and we will be releasing in another 5 to 6 days' time.
Okay, so out of this 35, you are in alliance with BSP. So is there any other political parties or Muslim organization or any other organization, Dalit organization supporting your cause?
See, we are in discussion with multiple Dalit organizations, and also we are in discussion with many Muslim organizations, and significant number of Muslim organizations are already in support of us. Many of them are in support. The local level organizations are in support of us in the local constituencies. So yes, we are in a work in progress with many organizations. We are in discussion with Dalit groups, and also with the Christian leadership in many churches and many local committees which they have. So they are in support of SDPI. We are working with them, and yes, they will work with us in this election.
So you are planning to contest on 35 seats.
Yes.
So honestly, how many seats you are sure to win this election?
See, frankly speaking, a political party contests election to win, and we aim and we pray to win in all these 30 plus constituencies. Okay. But based upon our strength and our abilities, we may go from 10, we may go to at least 10 places where we can give a formidable fight to the present MLA or the present political force there. And other places where we will certainly give a significant number of significant force and fight.
Okay. So on your banner we can see it's written freedom from hunger, freedom from fear. So it's your slogan for this election. So if SDPI wins this election, if they win in majority of states you are contesting, how you are going to achieve this?
No, number one, like this particular thing, if you see the freedom from hunger and freedom from fear, this is a slogan not just for this election, this is a slogan of SDPI. So it is a slogan of SDPI because we sincerely believe fear and hunger, these are the two major issues confronting all societies in India. Whether any communities, whether it be Muslims, Christians, Dalit, tribals, everyone is having these core issues. So we as a party, we believe that each and every individual living in India, even women, they should have an environment where they feel completely secure. Only when they have an environment of complete security, their rights, their fundamental and their constitutional rights can be utilized and they can achieve those things. Similarly, hunger can be related to poverty. We see in India we have very huge divide, in one section becoming rich every day, another section becoming poor every day. That's because we have a current economical model here that is more dependent on the liberal policies, and due to this implementation of liberal policies, we believe that this differentiation is happening. So we want India to go back to its roots, to make India a welfare state. When India is a welfare state, there will be a check on this differences in the economic status of the people.
Okay, so Anees Sahib, you are with the manifesto committee. So can you give us the major points of your manifesto, just in a brief, of what kind of manifesto you are presenting for this election?
Yeah, as I said, our manifesto is more, we are going more into the practical aspects of a manifesto. We are not showing the moon, okay, in their palms. So we are more in the practical side of a manifesto. What does really matters to an ordinary person staying in a city or in a village? For him, the basic important thing is he should have roads, he should have water, he should have electricity. So this is our major concern. So we have been, as SDPI as a party, even before contesting elections, we sincerely believe in agitative politics, and we have been agitating for the rights of people for these basic amenities. So if you go through our manifesto basically concentrates more on the basic amenities and the basic needs, number one. Number two, we also concentrate on the human rights and the democratic rights of the people. We see a lot of violation going on. We see people, especially the women, being in a very state of insecurity. So our manifesto also concentrates on bringing the environment of security. So these are the basic things, the most practical things that our manifesto will point out.
Also the development part. The development of Muslims in India is a larger question. Muslims in India is growing, but the Muslims in India, the 17 crore Muslims in India are not growing, are struggling for day and meal. So our manifesto focuses on the development of the minorities, especially Muslims. So the government, it is a responsibility of the government and the people on power to check that the country is developing. Along with that, the people of this nation are also developing.
Okay, so WPI, the Jamaat Islamist political wing, is also going to contest from there. They are also a Muslim political party, just based on that principle. So, do you going to feel that you're going to get some competition with them, or to get the Muslim votes, or it's going to get divided or something?
So what we personally believe is it's very a premature time to say how much votes each political party will get. But let's see, because when those party comes against us in the election, depending upon the situation that persists in that particular constituency, we can make a comment on this. Number two, see, we are open to discussion and open to alliance with all political parties that work for the betterment of the society, whether it's a political party which is backed by a Muslim organization or a political party that is backed by any Dalit or any backward communities. We are ready to work with them. So we really don't have any ideological differences with any political party, and we are open to work with any political parties which is sincere in working for the development of the community.
Did SDPI try to get in alliance with WPI at any point of time? If there was any discussions of getting into alliance?
See, what I can say is not specifically, but on a broader sense, SDPI is a part of Praja Pragati Ranga, which was a forum formed by the farmers, the Dalits, the tribals, and SDPI and some other Muslim organization. And in one moment of time, even I believe representatives from Welfare Party also were there in one particular point. So there has been no formal discussions because there was no need. Okay, there was no need because we have not seen any such circumstances coming up. But as the phase goes on, as the times goes on, and if required, we are really open to have discussions.
So SDPI showed a good performance in recent municipal elections. You have recently formed new political party. So what do you think is attracting people towards your party?
It is all the issues that we talk. It is the problems the people are facing. And till this day, there is no sincere and systematic effort to help the people. It is only in systematic and sincere effort to woo and get their votes. So we are making the people to understand how they are being foolish, how they have been cheated in all these 65 years systematically. This is something which is very important, and people are understanding it. And we have a strong cadre base to communicate to the people physically. We go to their houses, we meet the leaders, we meet the community leaders, we meet the society leaders. We communicate to them the actual problems they are facing, and yes, they understand the problems. This is one thing. And the second thing is the rampant corruption which is going on in India. The systematic methodology they are following, and everybody is hand in glove, and there is no difference when it comes to corruption. There is no other political outfit when it comes to the matter of corruption. Everybody is involved, and everybody's hand is totally full of corrupt people. So the people of the country are very much aware of the level of corruption going on, and they are not able to interpret the amount of money which is being looted. So we communicate to the people. Now if you want an alternate option, SDPI is the solution. SDPI is a political force which wants to clean this dirty thing which is happening in India, nonsense happening, and SDPI is a solution that we are communicating to the people, and people are wholeheartedly joining us. The local level leaders are joining us, the second level leaders are joining us. This is the methodology we follow, and we are successful with that.
There are a lot of political parties which talk about the same issue, fighting corruption when they begin with. but end up being corrupt themselves. So will SDPI be different?
It's a very good question actually. See, we have to understand two things here. Talking corruption and doing corruption, involved in corruption. See how a Congress party distributes its seat, how the Janata Dal Secular gives seat to their candidates, how BJP gives seat to their candidates, how any other political party gives seat to the candidates. What is the methodology they follow? That is a very big question which we need to understand to give the answer to your question. First of all, to get a seat of a councillor in Bangalore, he has to shell out crores of rupees to the party and the local level party leadership to get a councillor seat in BJP or in Congress or in JDS. And thereby he spends crores of money in the election process by giving it to local level gundas, local level all third level people, and he contests the election. So end of the day, a councillor spends nearly 5 to 10 crore rupees. Corporate spends 5 to 10 crore rupees to contest the election, and how do you expect him to be uncorrupted? This is a simple question, and from there it starts. A councillor is doing this, and the level comes to for the MLA. Now the MLA has to feed the councillor or the corporator. He feeds 15 to 20 crore rupees to the corporators and to his party, and thereby he starts spending some 30 to 40 crore rupees to the people who give him votes. And at the end of the day, a MLA spends nearly 100 crore rupees, 70 crore rupees, 50 crore rupees to contest an election, and we expect them to be uncorrupt. How can this be possible? This is an impossible thing, and this is the way how these people are contesting elections. This is a known fact. Now, how SDPI contests election? SDPI has its own selfless cadre base. All the people who work for SDPI are selfless people. We communicated them, we have given them camps, we have made them understand the cause, we have made them understand the problem, and if they don't stand up today, then they will be in a deep trouble going forward, maybe in another 5 years or 10 years down the line. So these people understand the cause and they are wholeheartedly working with us. So our major problem of spending money itself is solved. And the next thing comes to the selection of candidates. We don't give candidates the seat or the nomination, the B form based upon the money power, based upon the gunda power, based upon the business they are running. That is not the criterion here. Based upon the cause for which the person stood for, and based upon the democratic process which we followed to shortlist the candidate. So this all things makes a difference between earth and sky. So this is how we are really a party with a difference, actual difference.
Recently, we have seen Muslim youths getting arrested for terrorism charges, or so-called terrorism charges, and we've also got 3 people released because there was no evidence found against them. And one of our recent journalists was released. His name was Naveen Suranjay. He said that 40% of prisons in Karnataka have Muslims and Dalits being imprisoned for various kind of charges. So will there be any kind of relief for these kind of people when SDPI, if SDPI gets elected?
See, I'll just tell you about the stand that SDPI has. We have a very clear stand that all the blast cases since 1992 should be reinvestigated. That's a clear stand, because we really believe there has been a very clear prejudice against the Muslim youths. And you're just talking about the 3 people who released. What about the people who were released in Hyderabad and who were arrested, who were in jails for more than 8 years? Okay, so it's pretty clear that Muslim youths have been arrested only on the basis of prejudice. The whole investigation system itself was not proper. So SDPI has a very clear stand, and as we said, we are talking about security, we are talking about fear, so even that's very important fact before us, and we will do everything we can, even if we win or even if we don't win. We have a very strong agitative politics with us. We'll agitate for the rights of the innocent Muslims who are arrested. Not just innocent Muslims, you should know that a lot of innocent tribals are also arrested in the name of Naxalism. We also fight for them.
Correct your question. Actually, your question, it's not the recent thing. This is happening for almost 25 years. Okay, this is not a very recent incident. This is one among the incidents which is happening as a sequence of incidents in India.
So, like SDPI is being associated as a Muslim political party, so how you are going to shrug off that perception that you are a Muslim political party and try to attract other communities like Dalits and Adivasi farmers and all?
See, we have already done it. Okay, if you see the candidates who have won in different elections, you won't see just they are the only Muslim candidates who have won. Okay, so see, there is one thing is just giving seats to some candidates who are not Muslims, but making a candidate who is not Muslim winning, that really shows how much acceptance this particular party, our SDPI, is having, not just among Muslims but also from the Christians, from the Dalits, from the Hindus, from the backwards. So that's a clear example. We are not just saying that in just our speeches, but we are showing it. And even if you go through our upcoming list of our candidates, you'll see a lot of candidates are from various communities. We believe that democracy is not just a specific community ruling on another community. Democracy is representation. The diversity of the country should be representation in the power sharing. So the diversity, we believe in diversity. We believe that each diversity should have due representation.
You are saying that oppressed communities in Karnataka lack a political voice, especially Muslims. It doesn't have any political voice in mainstream political parties. So you believe SDPI could be able to provide them a political voice in the assembly?
See, SDPI is into electoral politics for almost 4 years. The people who are in SDPI, the people who came into the platform of SDPI are into agitation, are into fighting for the cause of the common people for quite some time, for nearly 15 years, for nearly 20 years. These people are now forming a political party and fighting for the political cause. Not only these people, and also other people who had this reason, this cause in mind, and who want to come as an unified force are also joining us. But the core people are the people who came and formed the SDPI are the people from agitative background. They democratically agitated, they democratically raised their voice for all the oppressions against innocent people, irrespective of Christians or Muslims or Dalits or tribals or whatever. So we were involved in this kind of agitation for quite some time. So then we understood the requirement of a political force in India to raise our voice in the assembly and the parliament, which is the actual powerhouse of India. So we formed a political party and we are following the democratic political process and we are contesting elections. That is the actual thing from agitation to electoral politics.
So you hope that the voters of Karnataka can hope that SDPI after winning election will not turn into a same old other political parties. It will continue on its principles.
See, as we said, we are a political party that has a very deep sense of values, which has a very deep sense of ideology, okay, and a commitment for the masses, okay. So we just request the people of Karnataka, okay, to come and support us, not just support them with their vote, but also join us, join SDPI and be a part of the change. And we are really committed for the cause of people and will stand by to our cause.
Okay, so if you do, you'll be contesting around 30 to 35 constituencies. So from 30 to 35 constituencies, you will not be able to, form a government. So you have to support someone. So will you be supporting any major political force in Karnataka? If so, which one?
It's a very premature question. But keeping our past experiences, keeping the betrayal which they have done systematically, we are loaded with enough knowledge that whom to support and whom not to support, and whom to bring in power and who should not be in power. We will discuss this, and as and when time comes, we will communicate it through appropriate channels.
Thank you for giving time.
Thanks a lot.